Please remain standing and join Professor Reinhold Schuster in singing O Canada.
Please sit down, ladies and gentlemen. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. It is my pleasure to welcome you to the 100th Convocation of the University of Waterloo. The 100th Convocation. Before I begin, I was going to just a quick welcome to Amit Chakma, who used to be the provost at the University of Waterloo for 8 years, and we welcome him back home. He is now the president of the University of Western Ontario. So, graduates, as I was thinking of today, I was reminded of the president of a company who was scheduled to make us a very important speech at a very large convention. And he had one of his young employees, one like you, write a punchy 20-minute speech. He said, I want a punchy 20-minute speech. Please do it quickly for me. The president returned from the big event. He was furious. What's the big idea? What's the idea of writing me an hour-long speech? He demanded to know. An hour-long speech. Half the audience walked out before I finished. The young employee was baffled. I wrote you a 20-minute speech, he replied, and I gave you the two copies you had asked for. So be careful, young graduates. You might have to say 2 extra copies. Here at Waterloo, each convocation is a celebration of the achievement of our graduates. And this morning we celebrate with those graduates in the Faculty of Engineering. On behalf of the Board of Governors and the Senate of the University, I'd like to express congratulations and best wishes to all who will graduate this morning. Please savor every minute of today's ceremony and the celebrations that will follow with your friends and family. Today is a rite of passage to an exciting future where you can apply knowledge, share your expertise, or continue your learning. I also welcome the families and friends of the graduating students. Your presence today is a tangible demonstration of your support and commitment to their success. We will begin with the conferring of honorary degrees, titles on individuals who have distinguished themselves in the academy. We will then confer bachelor's, master's, and doctoral degrees. Finally, medals will be awarded to graduating students who have excelled in their studies. The proceedings will take less than 2 hours, and we ask that you remain in your places until the convocation is adjourned and the academic procession has left the convocation hall. The ceremony blends certain age-old university rites and protocols with a spirit of informality which characterizes Waterloo. We trust that it will be an occasion to enjoy, an occasion to remember. I offer you my congratulations, and as you move from Waterloo, I challenge you to take risks, be unconventional, but do not forget that honesty, integrity, and strength of character should be the driving force in all that you do. As an aside, when I was your age, I was introduced to a book by Napoleon Hill, Think and Grow Rich, a wonderful book that studied successful stories on businessmen, doctors, politicians, scientists, and others. This book analyzed the principles behind their success and explained it in very simple terms, concluding finally with the line, "What the mind can conceive, the mind can achieve. What the mind can conceive, the mind can achieve." So one day, when finally you've made your mark in the world, make sure that you give back to others less fortunate. After all, every one of us has benefited from the wisdom, advice, and generosity of others that have helped and shaped our careers. Let me now close with a Chinese proverb. And the Chinese proverb goes something like this: if you want happiness for an hour, take a nap. If you want happiness for a day, go fishing. If you want happiness for a year, inherit a fortune. But if you want happiness for a lifetime, help somebody. So, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the convocation, and the convocation begins now. Thank you.
Mr. Chancellor, I present Tayyip Kamali. Dr. Kamali is a leader in the transformation of the education system in the United Arab Emirates. He holds a bachelor's degree in aeronautical engineering and a master's degree in business administration from Embry-Riddle Aeronautical University in Florida, as well as a doctorate of engineering from George Washington University. Dr. Kamali is the Vice Chancellor of the Higher Colleges of Technology in the United Arab Emirates, an organization with which the University of Waterloo formed a partnership to establish its campus in Dubai. He has been instrumental in transforming the Higher Colleges of Technology into an organization that plays a leading role in the education system of the United Arab Emirates. He worked to create a leading modern e-learning institution through the implementation of laptop-based online learning and knowledge management programs across multiple campuses. Dr. Kamali also led the team that established the Third Thales Institute, the first corporate university in the Gulf region, of which he is co-chair. Dr. Kamali has been a regular visitor to leading international educational institutions, including a term as visiting Pro-Vice Chancellor International at the University of Wollongong in Australia. He was a visiting fellow of Pembroke College at Cambridge University and has been a participant in seminars at Cornell and Harvard universities. Dr. Kamali is a regular speaker at national and international conferences and forums, and contributor to and editor of several publications. He also serves as, on numerous boards and chairs them. Mr. Chancellor, in recognition of his outstanding contributions to academia as a leader of change, and in recognition of his commitment to developing and fostering strong communities through education, I request that you confirm the degree Doctor of Engineering honoris causa upon Tayyip Kamali.
Mr. Chancellor, I present Indira Samasaraekara. Dr. Indira Samasaraekara is one of Canada's finest leaders in engineering education and research. She holds a bachelor's degree in mechanical engineering from the University of Ceylon at Paradenya, Sri Lanka, a master's degree in mechanical engineering as a Fulbright Hays Scholar from the University of California at Davis, and a PhD in metallurgical engineering from the University of British Columbia. In 2005, Dr. Samasaraekara was appointed President and Vice Chancellor of the University of Alberta and is the first engineer to hold that position. Prior to joining Alberta, she served for 5 years as the Vice President of Research at the University of British Columbia. Dr. Samasaraekara has been an active researcher with more than 175 scholarly publications to her credit. She has made significant contributions to the engineering profession by applying her knowledge of heat transfer and stress analysis to the development of new processes of steel production. A member of the Prime Minister's Advisory Committee on Public Service Renewal and the Expert Panel on Commercialization, she also sits on the boards of the Conference Board of Canada, the Public Policy Forum of Canada, the Bank of Nova Scotia, Mars Discovery District, and the Alberta Heritage Foundation for Medical Research. For her contributions, Dr. Samasaraekara has received many prestigious awards. She's a Fellow of the Royal Society of Canada, a Fellow of the Canadian Academy of Engineering, and a Fellow of the Canadian Institute of Mining, Metallurgy and Petroleum. She was appointed Officer of the Order of Canada in recognition of her outstanding contributions to steel process engineering. Mr. Chancellor, in recognition of her transformative contributions both nationally and internationally in the areas of science, technology, and engineering education and research, I request that you confer the degree of Doctor of Engineering honoris causa upon Indira Samasaraekara.
Mr. Chancellor, I present Amit Chakma. Dr. Amit Chakma is an accomplished academic and an outstanding leader and senior administrator. He holds master's and doctoral degrees in chemical engineering from the University of British Columbia. In 2001, Dr. Chakma was appointed the University of Waterloo's Vice President Academic and Provost. As Chief Operating Officer, his vision and energy had a significant impact on this university. He was instrumental in establishing public-private partnerships that have led to the creation of the new Health Sciences Campus in Kitchener, the relocation of the School of Architecture to Cambridge, and campuses in Stratford and the United Arab Emirates. Prior to joining the University of Waterloo, he served at the University of Regina, and most recently, he began serving a 5-year term as the president of the University of Western Ontario. Dr. Chakma has advised government agencies and industry on energy production and utilization and on environmental systems management. Dr. Chakma has served on several boards of directors and is currently serving as board chair of the Health Force Ontario Marketing and Recruiting. The author of more than 100 scholarly publications, he is a leading expert in the area of petroleum research and energy management. For his contributions to engineering, Dr. Chakma has received many prestigious awards. A fellow of the Canadian Academy of Engineering and a member of the Russian Academy of Natural Sciences, Dr. Chakma was recognized in 1998 with Canada's prestigious Top 40 Under 40 Award. Mr. Chancellor, in recognition of his vision, energy, and collegiality that have been the hallmarks of his remarkable contributions to the University of Waterloo and to academia, I request that you confer the degree Doctor of Engineering honoris causa upon Amit Chakma. I now invite Dr. Chakma to address Convocation.
Mr. Chancellor, Mr. President and Vice Chancellor, Mr. Provost, Dr. Samarasekera, Dr. Kamali, and my fellow graduates, colleagues, friends, ladies and gentlemen. On behalf of my fellow honorees, Dr. Indira Samarasekera, Dr. Tayyib Kamali, I would like to thank the Senate of the University, Dean Adel Sedra, and President Johnston for bestowing upon us the distinction of Doctor of Engineering honoris causa. It is a great honor to be admitted as graduates of this distinguished university. It is also a privilege to receive a degree in engineering without having to work for it, unlike all other graduates who are here convocating today. So on behalf of Dr. Samarasekera, Dr. Kamali, and myself, I offer our warmest congratulations to the graduates who have earned their degrees. For 8 years, I had the wonderful privilege of admitting students of this university to their hard-earned degrees. Today, I'm overjoyed to be at the receiving end of a Waterloo degree granting ceremony. I accept this honor from the university and its world-leading engineering school with much humility. And I am thrilled because the university also happens to be the one with which I have a strong emotional bond. My formal relationship with Waterloo, where I served as provost, ended last July when I began my new role as president and vice chancellor at Western. Today, I feel so privileged to be starting a new relationship with Waterloo as one of its newly minted alumni. Now let me turn my attention to our graduates, whose accomplishments we are here to formally recognize and celebrate. I know personally that you are among the world's best and brightest young engineering minds, as you all were admitted to Waterloo when I was its chief academic officer. As students, you have benefited from the fine education this university has given to you. And as Waterloo alumni, you are among a very privileged group of people who call themselves graduates of such a highly respected school. Only a small fraction of the 6.8 billion people on our planet will ever have the opportunities that you have enjoyed here. And that privilege carries enormous moral and social responsibilities. You now have the moral responsibility to use your knowledge, your skills, and your talents for the betterment of your communities, your country, your world, and humanity at large. We live in a global village where we are all citizens of a wondrously diverse and amazingly beautiful community we call planet Earth. And right here in this auditorium today, we are shining examples of the diversity and beauty of our global community. Just look around. Many of you will have ties to many parts of the world. Look at some of us at the platform: our chancellor, our provost, our dean, and your 3 honorees. We are all born in different parts of the world. But something important that we all share in common is that we have all chosen to make Canada our home. And why is that? One reason is that Canada is an excellent model for the kind of global village we would like the whole world to call home: a peaceful, tolerant, and a just society where people from all backgrounds can truly feel at home. As Canadians, we have much to share with the world. At the same time, we also have much to learn from our fellow citizens around the globe. And as Canadians, we have a tremendous opportunity to play a leadership role in making the world a better place to live. Canadians are uniquely positioned to play a leadership role because we live in a trading nation. And indeed, we are one of the most trade-intensive nations in the world because we need international trade to be able to maintain our current level of prosperity. However, our prosperity cannot be sustained if we continue to rely so heavily on the exploitation of our natural resources. In a knowledge economy, we need to rely more on our brains and our talents. In the global marketplace of ideas, we need to compete with the best and the brightest in the world. This is why, if I could leave you today with only one piece of advice on how to succeed in whatever endeavors you choose to pursue, it is simply this: embrace a global vision. Embrace a global vision. Our world faces enormous challenges, but know and believe in your hearts that it is filled with unlimited potential, possibilities, and opportunities. Our challenges include such issues like environmental degradation, scarcity of food, and safe drinking water. If you embrace a global vision, your talents and creative minds hold the potential and the power to solve these problems and to improve human condition across our global village. To deal with these challenges, you'll have to bring new perspectives and new thinking to the table, because many of the problems have been created by previous generations based on old beliefs and outdated thinking. So embracing a global vision means keeping an open mind. And it requires you to ask questions, lots of questions, big questions, and tough questions. Why in a world of plenty do some children still go hungry? Why in a world of plenty do some communities not have access to clean water? Why, in a world faced with global warming, do we burn relatively clean natural gas to produce relatively carbon-rich bitumen? Why, in a world where the health risks associated with asbestos are well known, do we remove it from our own buildings in Canada, and yet we continue to export it to many developing countries? You'll know you'll have embraced a global vision when you're asking these big and tough questions. You'll know you have embraced a global vision when you challenge yourself to think broadly and not limit yourself only to matters concerned exclusively with your education and careers as engineers. And your global perspective and those tough questions you ask will challenge you to act. Some of the inherent values of an engineering education: analytical and critical thinking, problem solving, teamwork, and above all, a capacity to dream and find ways of realizing your dreams, can be applied to your tremendous potential as leaders. I'm sure that Dr. Samara Sekera and Dr. Kamali will agree that it is some of these fundamental aspects of our engineering education that help us perform well in our leadership roles. Many of you may know that our distinguished Chancellor Prem Watsa is one of Canada's leading financial minds. Many may not be aware, however, that he is a chemical engineer. Along the way, he also received an MBA from Canada's best business school, Western's Richard Ivey School of Business. I'm sure that his Western MBA has influenced his career significantly, but I also know that his engineering education provided a solid foundation. Waterloo Engineering and its alumni have a proud history of embracing a global vision and using their talents for the improvement of the human condition. The Waterloo Pump and Engineers Without Borders are just two such fine examples. Continue this proud tradition. Your Waterloo education has also given you the tools to continue to learn and discover. In fact, your learning process has not ended. In many ways, it has just begun. When you embrace a global vision, you'll naturally continue along the journey of lifelong learning. This great university has prepared you to face the world with great confidence. Go out there, explore the world, and think and act as true citizens of our global village. Make the world a better place. And as Chancellor Emeritus Mike Lazaridis would say, live a life of impact. Again, congratulations to everyone, and thank you, Waterloo, for this tremendous honor.
Dr. Chakma, or Amit, as your friends here will call you, on behalf of the members of the graduating class, thank you very much for your wonderful words of wisdom, sharing your thoughts with us, and for your 8 wonderful years of service and dedication to the University of Waterloo. Drs. Kamali, Samara Sekera, and Dr. Chakma, on behalf of tens of thousands of members, very proud members, I'm delighted to welcome you to the group of University of Waterloo's distinguished alumni. Well, the time has come. The time that you have worked very hard. The time that sometimes you doubted whether it will ever come. It's here. Congratulations. May I ask you please rise. Mr. Chancellor, I present those scholars who have fulfilled the statutory requirements laid down by the Senate of the University that they may be admitted to their various and several degrees.
By which the authority vested in me and the university, I hereby admit you to your various and several degrees, with all the rights, privileges, and responsibilities that you have obtained.
Please be seated. Now it is my pleasure to invite Stefan Nicholas Nespoli to come forward and deliver the valedictory address.
Mr. Chancellor, members of Convocation, why on earth are you wearing those ridiculous hats? And how come we don't get those? Ladies and gentlemen, fellow graduates, you don't look so bad yourselves. I want to start off by saying that I'm deeply honored to have the opportunity to speak today. I have the privilege of representing this incredibly talented group of individuals that's seated in front of me. And of course, this is not the place where we started. I remember walking into a lecture hall somewhere in arts, dimly lit compared to the sun outside, and just packed with students preparing to embark on what would turn out to be the most rewarding journeys of their lives. The field of study, engineering. Maybe you were too smart for your own good in high school. Maybe your parents are engineers. Or maybe you just really liked Lego. Whatever the reason, you were sitting and listening, quietly, as the engineering professor standing at the front of the room delivered his address. We've certainly come a long way since then. Now, our professors can barely get a word in edgewise. For this reason, among others, I feel like we've learned more outside the classroom than we did inside it. We've learned that teamwork is important, not just in finishing assignments, but in poking fun at our professors, or sometimes complaining together just for the sake of doing something together. Now let me think, what did we complain about together? Oh, PDEng comes to mind? Or pew, 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 referring, of course, to the laser logo debacle. But we're heading out to deal with coworkers, clients, and contractors, so let's make sure we don't forget the obligation we took together a few short months ago. Respect your coworkers, regardless of the field of their labor. It wasn't easy for us to get to this point, because we all faced failure at some point or another. Whether it was on a school term, a week on a PDEng assignment, we've all faced the same frustrations and overcome the obstacles set out in front of us. And how good does that feel? It feels great to be finished with PDEng forever. That said, the failure and adversity has made us stronger. In the words of the wise Miss Frizzle, take chances, make mistakes, get messy. These words have stuck with me through my entire formal education, which, by the way, started the first time I watched the Magic School Bus, to today, when our formal education ends and a new kind of learning begins. The taking chances part is the key. You can be certain to make mistakes and get messy if you put yourself out there enough. It's a bit of a scary situation we're all in, moving forward from here. It was exciting when we first started school and maybe got to move out of our parents' houses. And now it's more exciting, with classmates and friends moving across the city, province, country, and across the world. Some are moving to even scarier places, back home. And you know what? Sometimes it's a good thing to change gears or dig a little deeper to combine all the right elements to shape what will turn out to be the critical moments of your life. We've learned to try jumping at opportunities, especially if they make us uncomfortable, because that's when we really feel alive. It's certain that we will experience many changes in our lives. Some will be exciting, but some will not be as easy. And I know many of us have experienced some very painful changes in our lives over the last few years. I know that loved ones have been lost during our time here. Grandparents maybe, brothers, sisters, fathers, and mothers that may not be sitting around the room today, but believe me, they're here. They're here because you still think of them every day, and you try to draw strength from their memory. They're here to celebrate your success and to help you with the next step. They're here in you. We've learned to confide in and trust our friends, and to lean on them, but to make sure we let them lean back when they need to. Without them, we wouldn't be who we are today or where we are today. And for that, I just want to say thanks, and I'm glad we're all here together. We would also like to thank the faculty and staff of the engineering department for their help, support, and patience while we matured into the young professionals we are today. Last, but certainly not least, there's one other group that deserves our thanks and then some. I'd like to ask my fellow graduates to please stand up and turn to wherever you think your parents, families, boyfriends, girlfriends, fiancés are sitting and give them the round of applause they so deeply deserve. So while this room may not be the place we started our journey through school, it is the room where we start our lives in the world outside of Waterloo Engineering. Yes, there is a world outside of Waterloo Engineering. Take a look to your left and take a look to your right. In a few short hours, both of these people will be gone. Maybe they'll hang around and take a few photos to help protect the memory of this day. Perhaps they'll wander campus one last time, or maybe they'll head straight out into the parking lot, climb into their car, and leave this place in their dust, as it were. Back in that lecture hall somewhere in arts, the engineering professor welcoming us was Dr. Tony Vanelli, who is now at the University of Guelph. He ended his introductory Engineering 101 address with a simple, "Welcome to Waterloo." So I leave you, quite simply, with this. Welcome to what might be the most exciting time in your life, where so much is uncertain moving forward. Welcome to the time when it will be up to you to choose where you continue the adventure we all began here together so many years ago. Welcome to the real world, as it's called, though I'm still not entirely convinced it exists. Welcome to the world outside of Waterloo Engineering. Congratulations, everyone. Thank you.
Thank you, Stefan. When you referred to the crazy hats, I remembered a story when my youngest daughter, Sam, was age 5, and she had seen me in this costume a month or so before, and she came home and said, "Dad, you know that unusual costume you wear to convocations? Could I borrow it tomorrow?" I said, "Why?" She said, "Well, it is our annual party at the nursery school, and we're having a costume party, and I want to win the prize for the craziest costume of all." And she did. When Stefan said, "Why do you wear those crazy hats?" I was tempted to hand him mine. And then I remembered he was a Waterloo engineer, and I know that he would take it, wear it for a day, and then probably raffle it off, and I would not have a hat to wear this afternoon or tomorrow morning's convocation. We invite you to take photographs of your graduate coming across the stage. The best way to do that is wait until your special graduate has come to my left, and then make your way from the auditorium to this area on the right and help to form a queue so that when your favorite graduate comes across the stage and then down the stairs, you'll be at the front of the queue and get that perfect photo. And then please return to your seats so that someone else can take your place. We now proceed to the conferring of degrees.
Well, graduates, I want to congratulate you on your achievements. Over the past few years, you have worked very hard. Indeed, Waterloo engineers lead a very rigorous life, alternating academic terms and work terms. The good news is it's over. And you have succeeded, and today you will leave here not only with a great education, but also with 2 years of work experience. You will join the ranks of the more than 32,000 alumni who live and work in every corner of Canada and throughout the world. These are our ambassadors and the people who give Waterloo Engineering its good name. As you join their ranks, you will have to strive to make your own mark and to make a positive difference. In this regard, we have with us today 3 examples of engineers who have made a huge difference. Our honorary graduates, Dr. Shakma, Dr. Kamali, and Dr. Samara Sekaram, their lives and careers should serve as an inspiration to all of us, as well as a testament to what engineers can do to transfer society and to make our world a better place. On our side here at UW, we will continue to work very hard to keep Waterloo Engineering one of the top schools in the world, and in this way, to keep your degrees valuable. In conclusion, on behalf of Waterloo Engineering, I wish you good health, great success, and much happiness.
Mr. Chancellor, I am pleased to present those candidates who have satisfied the degree requirement for the Bachelor of Applied Science in Chemical Engineering. Khalid Ali. Ibrahim Zafar Al-Sayed. Emri Arif. Emily Austin. Raymond O. Young. Raza Hazim. Ivan Bagshaw. Daniel Andreas Bayer. Kimberly Dawn Broughton. Crystal Constantino. Sean Daly. Andrew DeMart. Ryan Egley. Christopher Robert Everest. Matthew Friesen. Janice Carmen Fong. Ashan Garusinghe. Anna Gavor. Grant Alexander Girard. Slavi Grotsev. Shiba Gupta. Adil Habib. Samridi Honda. Mark Daniel Hazlett. Christopher Hine. Laura Higgins. Ryan Michael Hiscott. Pavel Jakubowski, Abe Jetli, Geeta Jam. German Kisselman, Yuri Kopilovsky, Ilya Kosukin. Sandeep Seryen Koshi, also the recipient of the Sanford Fleming Foundation Medal for Academic Excellence. Katrina Jean Lalonde, James Gordon Lee, Yiyun Liang. Jennifer Lee, also the recipient of the Sanford Fleming Foundation Medal for Cooperative Work Term Proficiency. Cherry Chuck Ing Lo, Joshua Kai Hong Lo, Ryan Marsh. Colin Marson, Kyle Matthew McAlpin, Eric Scott McKay. Meheran Mehta, Aditya Merchant, Gavin Moore. Krishna Murthy, Chelsea Elizabeth Monding, Rahul Nakra. Matthew Peter Nelson, Ka Ing Eng, Kevin Nod. Stephanie Norris, Matthew Norsey, Yoon Suk Oh. Ian Matthew Osborne, Laura Parsons, Golbahar Rafinejad. Blair Adam Rogers, also the recipient of the Sanford Fleming Foundation Medal for Cooperative Work Term Proficiency. Anubhuti Saxena, Sweta Shankar, Jason Situ. Sean Smith, Abraham Mason Sosilo, Tristan Divan Stahl. Joshua Ryan Stevens, Jeffrey Strange, Matthias Sitch. Maria Tariq, Megan Taylor, Eddie Tsai. Mikhail Venkov, Mugda Walawalkar, Amanda Warboys. Ryan Hudson Wheeler, Alyssa Margaret Weber, Sean Andrew Michael Williams. Eva Sweet Ing Wong, Kelvin Wong, Karina Paula Yanes Cordova. Peter Yaraskavich, Andrew Stephen Ye, Michael Robert Ip. Raman Yusuf, Linda Zakaj, Shaheen Zangoy. Thank you, Mr. Chancellor.
Mr. Chancellor, it is my pleasure and honor to present to you those graduating students who have completed the requirements for the degree Bachelor of Applied Science in Civil Engineering. Robert Vito Anthony Aguchi, Zayed Ali Ami, Andrew Embruchuk. Sarah Anema, Ryan Gerard Arranz, Oscar Rodrigo Arza. Matthew Joel Armstrong, Jonathan Ho-Fei Ao, Stephanie Boards. Grant Campbell, Frankie Chung F. Chan, Stephanie Chen.
hearing you. I think it's the position of the mic.
Lincoln Kai Wing Cho, Eric Chung, Jesse Davidson. Peter Andrew Decker, Mark Dixon, Kilad Alnobolsky. Abra Melanie Enns, also the recipient of the Sanford Fleming Foundation Medal for Cooperative Work Term Proficiency. Lin Fan, Jay Goldberg, Annie Hong Guo. Aaron Hermia, Carlos Enriquez, Attila Hurdle. James William Huskamp, also the recipient of the Sanford Fleming Foundation Medal for Academic Excellence. Simon Joe K. Ho, Jeffrey Iana, Marine Kafai Farshaw. Marco Matthew Cousin, Warrington Victor Lamb, Cole Lamb. Matthew Peter Lamars, Winnie Wing Yi Lee, John Luing. Jeffrey Maltese, Samantha McCauley, Muta Kusharabi Misri. Stefan Nicholas Nspali, Jake Newton, Washington Newland. Vicky Thing Van Nguyen, Shiva Horasormi, James O'Leary. Jason Olinsky, Samantha Teresa Pinto, Benjamin Douglas Plum. Rajiv Saravan Muthu, Rebecca Stewart, Ching Chai Sui. Rana Tahira Yukta, Matthew Thompson, Samuel Van Berkel. Michael Jarrett Van Holst, Mark Christian Van Dunau, Martin G. Walker. Megan Louise White, Edmund Wong, Yutki Belinda Wong. Mr. Chancellor, it is also my honor to present to you today those students who have completed the degree requirements for a Bachelor of Applied Science in Environmental Engineering. Catherine Jane Margaret Albany, Christina Jane Bright, Carolina Amabal Ann Cautullo. Ho Ching Chek, also the recipient of the Sanford Fleming Foundation Medal for Cooperative Work Term Proficiency. Rosalie C. Kwan Chung, Roshat Damavina Elsa, Tanya Hussain. Jane Jingyoung Ho, Rachel Joseph, Janice Klo. Anna Maria Laforianis, Jackie Lee, Andrew Logan. Angela McIsaac, Kelly Molnar, Bator Ali Polda. Joshua Ranger, Amol Rao, Emily Ruth Vance. Shin Shou, also the recipient of the Sanford Fleming Foundation Medal for Academic Excellence. Thank you very much, Mr. Chancellor.
Chancellor, it's my pleasure and honor to present those candidates who have fulfilled the requirements for a Bachelor of Applied Science in Geological Engineering. Brian Douglas Chambers, Simon Robert Haslam, Jeremy Peter Hoy. Brian Achak, Jolt Monar, Eric Shin Rang Kim. Daniel Prince, Kyle Verwey.
Mr. Chancellor, it is my great honor to present to you graduates who have fulfilled the requirements for the degree Bachelor of Applied Science, Mechanical Engineering. Beza Agel, Saif Ahmad, Yong-Un Thomas An. Bahal Alawi, Saif Anaktawi, Carson Bannister. Jeffrey Barker, David Gore, Justin Badreau. Benjamin James Hogwood Brady, Nathaniel Bruce, and Joel Cosley. Tommy Chun Hin Chan, Yan Chen, Andrew Chin. Erin Ming Yung Choi, Rocky On Kin Choi, Stephen Choi. Chislon Chow, Thomas Xiaoshon, John Ho. Douglas Colaco, Matthew Alexander Coulterman, Mark Cremasco. Paul D. Carolus, Daniel Jacob DeVries, Hong Hua Jin. Dudong is also the recipient of the Sanford Fleming Foundation Medal for Cooperative Work Term Proficiency. Matthew Fanner, Lisa Farlow, Alex Fortier. Mitchell French, Anish Ganesh, Jason Gillier. Alexandra Suzanne Giraud, Anthony Jacob Bobby, Lata Grover. David Halford, Vedran Halilovic, Akash Harpalani. Andrew Hoover. Andrew is also the recipient of the Canadian Society for Mechanical Engineering Gold Medal for outstanding academic achievement in mechanical engineering. Dane Michael Hastig, Adam Howard, Chi Ho Hui. Mobin Ahmad Ilyas, Ayesha Imtiaz, Rana Itani. Ya Chun Jan, Stuart G. Johns, Amandeep Singh Kambosh. Peter Nicholas Castelli, Shahariyar Khan, Moon Kun Kim. Stephen Kim, Stephanie Kwan, Timothy Kwan. Derek Lanshut, Howie Lau, Joshua Leverly. Yi Le, Johnny Lee, Jordan Lee. Jonathan Lewis. Ji Shane Lee. Kevin Linsman. James Wan Liu. Scott Logren. Marcus Yu Sheng Lo. Kathleen Carman Louis. William Lai. Wing Aaron Ma. Joshua McCall. Joshua is also the recipient of the Sanford Fleming Foundation Medal for Academic Excellence. Farhan Mahmoud. Carl Masarendas. Kathleen Christina Maybury. Daryl McCumber, Andrew McKinney, Adam Thomas Meeker. Atif Mian, James Nielsen, David Owen. Timothy Ng, Tuong Ngo, Topias Nimiman. Victor Nifo, Orwin Guillermo Noriega, Jin Ho Brian Park. Giuseppe Piro, Kwok Yin Ho, Srijan Popovic. Gregory Nicholas Ryu, Robert Rollins, Peter Francis Sarabosik. Ahmed Shatiri, Thomas Brian Snowden, Michael Snyder.
You deserve like an extra working full time.
Christian Yat Tung So, Andrea Spritzer, Ramkumar Srinivasan. Robert Sterling, Christine Stewart, Vaiduran Subramaniam. Arun Suvendra Raja. Jonathan Tang. Graham Anton Templin. James Ho Chien Sai. Brent Unsworth. Brian Daniel McBride Vandenberg. Peter Washer. Na Wade. Shane Welch. Jennifer Wan. Jason Kwok Chun Wong. Thank you, Mr. Chancellor.
Mr. Chancellor, I am proud to present those graduates who have fulfilled the requirement for Bachelors of Applied Science and Mechatronics Engineering. Mohammad Adam, Moharar Ali, Usman Ali. Kori Asadurian, Sayyid Ibrahim Ashraf Sadeh, Vadim Basmutsky. Scott Calloway, Andrew Tinlow Chan, Thomas Chan. Larry Henan Chen, Herbert Tung Chu Cheng, Ho Lan Cheung. Seek Pek Chen, Jonathan Clark, Ryan Michael Collier. Arun Das. Arun is also the recipient of the Albert Sherbert Barber Medal for Best Overall Work Term and Academic Performance. Mohammad Sumair Dagia, Greg Darij, Han Dong. Christopher Elliott, Christopher Elliott is also the recipient of the Stanford Fleming Foundation Medal for Academic Excellence. Michael English, Jeffrey Fedman, Patrick Francisco. Mark Burgess, Perry Aaron Jones Haldenby, Christopher Henning. Bradley Hoekstra. Bradley is also the recipient of the Stanford Fleming Foundation Medal for Cooperative Workterm Proficiency. Carol Huang, Da Huang, and Scott Huber. Aftab Hussain, Daniel Houston, Mohammad Azam Javed. Arthika Kalator, Spadian Kial, Anson Cow. Osama Karaguran, Michael Karpinski, Ladier, Andrew Dylan Kennedy. Alexander Kohler, Jacqueline Kunzelman, Gordon Manway Lamb. Brent Lawrence, Brenda Sinew Lee, Jonathan Lowe. Melvin Menfung Luk, Aruchutna Mahalingam, Lauren Alexandru Maran. Neil Matthew, Levi Reindeer McLeod, Scott McFarland. Hernan McGill, Prasenjit Mukherjee, Henry Kenyon Pang. Sahijat Patel, Gareth Pinto, Mark Podbinski. Dale Puzikala, Michael James Purvis, Aditya Ramesh. Charles Neville Samuel Divakaran Sartha Chandran, Rahul Jagdish Shahani. Arunan Sivakumaran, Patricia Ann Smith, Ziao Hunter Song. Jonathan Spike, Nanan Sun, Janelle Suti. Timmy Sato, Eugene Ternosky, Stephen Tom. Jeremy Sang, Pavlin Vasilev, Jasper Alexander Vermeulen. Matthew Wetlaufer, Matthew Wong, Zhozing Wu. Edward Karyun Yam, Mustafa Yunus, Jennifer Erfu Yu. Ashkan Zari, Scott Zimmer, Rory Aaron Zorn. Zafi Zhao. Thank you, Mr. Chancellor.
Mr. Chancellor, it's my pleasure to present to you those candidates who have completed the requirements for the degree of Master of Applied Science. Kian Aldini, Camelia Atifa Monferrad, Jonathan Armanac Aiken. Moshen Azimi, Michael Joseph Bishop, Sonia Bissiger. Dhananjay Sudhakar Bornwankar, Trevor Burns, Dana Chan. Lin Chen, Christopher Chung Ming Choi, Gregory Gong. Brian Jeffrey Gaunt, Paola Andrea Gonzalez Munoz, Jeffrey Michael Gorniak. Samin Hosseini, Saeed Ali Akbar Hosseini, Taran Kanakachari Kandala. David Yuk Ho Lau, Mi Chun Lee, Angela Jean McLean. Varan Malhotra, Yasser Ahmed Manayali, Mohammed Hossein Ordoyu. Andrew Pequinat, Michael John Patirsi, Merdad Pirnia. Elliot Joseph Maxim Pawajeko, Keaton Prajapati, Meena Rohani Tabet Tabag. Jonathan Rossiter, Mohammed Hassan Saeed, Shula Shams. Toon Sirikit Putikasat, Eric Skensved, Andrew Howe Snowden. Christopher George Tong, Zhao Yin Zhang, Sung Mi Yu. Kin Feng Yuan, Ada Zakic. Mr. Chancellor, it's my pleasure to present to you the graduates who have completed the requirement for Master of Architecture. Matthew Paul Bolin, Tammy Sao Lin Chow, Shane Peter Scythia. Chloe Ruth McLeod Duesberg, Adam Nicholas Kuchala, Alec William Josephson. Christina Marie Culp, Peter Chi Yun Lam, Joseph Wing Hin Lo. Agatha Susanna Mancini, Camille Avia Mitchell, Elizabeth Joan Myers. Duncan Paul Roderick Patterson, Spencer Rand, Barbara Marion Ross. Tiffany Deanne Tosha, Michael Trussell, Michelle E. Van Eek. Emery Yurga. Mr. Chancellor, it's my pleasure to present to you the graduates who have completed the degree requirements for Master of Engineering. Berat Abbas, Mohammed Shoaib Afridi, Amir Ali, Saeed Ali, Mohammed Ahmad, Radu Guja. Rahan Gul, Saran Alder, Shah Mohammed Ajad Hussain. Zahid Ijaz, Shakil Sharif Jangda, Shahid Hussein Jangjua. Abdul Jabbar Khan, Salim Kawaja, Patamber Duhana. Mustafazer Mazumdar, Ashraf Atif Ali Reddy, Muhammad Zafar Rajput. Shabir Saqib, Shalish Kumar Shah, Tapan Shah. Mohammed Shoaib, Mohammed Imran Siddiqui, Mark Andrew Smith. Prabhakar Sridhar, Charles Arthur Van Overbeek, Andrew William Webster. Louis Carr Wong Wu. Mr. Chancellor, it's my pleasure to present to you those candidates who have completed the degree requirements for Master of Management Science. Peter Berry, Mohammed I. Butt, Sean Edward Condé. Islam Hassan, Chi Ho Ho, Richard Anthony Jules. Mavish Khan, Yuri Poli Mayetz, Karen Oberoi. Christian Radu, Laura Maria Radulescu, Sarah Salari Sharif. Gail Diane Senyashen, Anjini Sivadasan, Yonggang Tian. Zi Yun Shah, Cheng Chung Raymond Yip, Scott Ligong Zhang. Wen Ho Zong. Mr. Chancellor, it's my pleasure to present to you those candidates who have completed the degree requirements for Doctor of Philosophy. Hamid Reza Ala Mohammed. Mortega Bagherin. Khalid Berbash. Amir Galru. Cynthia Haley. Jennifer Lynn Jewett. Jonathan Thomas Jellison. Carl Patrick Lawrence. Lucia Musa. Ibrahim Hassan Mustafa. Saida Neba Babzada Razavi. Ramila Desantha Perez. Robert C. Ripley. Ashish Satish Shah. Michael John Shepard. James Trevor Smith. Shala Teben Da. Mr. Chancellor, I now request you to confer in absentia the various and several degrees upon those candidates who were approved by Senate but who were unable to present at today's convocation.
The Graduate Studies Office, in collaboration with the Graduate Student Association, established the Award of Excellence in Graduate Supervision to recognize faculty members who have demonstrated outstanding commitment and success in the supervision of their graduate students. Graduate student supervision has many dimensions, including being a mentor, advisor, collaborator, strategist, sponsor, supporter, and sometimes a lifelong friend. The relationship between graduate student and supervisor is complex, and effective graduate supervision requires dedication and commitment to all aspects of the welfare and success of the student. Mr. Chancellor, I present Alexander Penlidis. Professor Penlidis is unfortunately unable to be with us today, but we will confer this honor on him in absentia. The students of Dr. Penlidis write about his passion for teaching and research and how he has instilled the same level of passion in them. Students say that Dr. Penlidis always had a clear research plan when he took them under his supervision. He will help them stay focused and achieve their target. He always has an open door policy and gets information back to the students in a timely manner. He teaches his students time management, critical thinking, multitasking, and problem solving. He is a caring individual who spends time with students discussing their topics like art and philosophy, which has helped the student to be more well-rounded individuals. A senior professor writes, "One challenge that many supervisors face is to balance pressures to complete a funded project on time with the time required for a student to learn the subject area and to become productive." It appears that Alex quickly develops a good insight into students' capabilities to balance the learning objectives with the requirements of the project. Professor Penlidis holds a Tier 1 Canada Research Chair in Engineering of Polymers with tailor-made properties from 2002 to the present. In 2002, he was elected a Fellow of Canadian Academy of Engineering, and in 1994, he became the Fellow of the Chemical Institute of Canada. Dr. Penlidis has completed 39 master's and 19 doctoral students and is currently supervising 6 master's students and 1 doctoral student. He has also supervised 12 postdoctoral fellows and 28 research engineers and associates. Mr. Chancellor, in recognition of the guidance and inspiration that he has provided to his graduate students, I ask that you present Alexander Penlidis the Award of Excellence in Graduate Student Supervision in absentia. Mr. Chancellor, I now invite John Baker to announce the name of the winner of the Alumni Gold Medal.
Mr. Chancellor, members of Convocation, ladies and gentlemen, every year at this time the University of Waterloo proudly acknowledges recipients of the Alumni Gold Medal. For 37 years now, this special award has honored those undergraduate and graduate students who have achieved and strived to achieve academic excellence. But not only does this medal represent their hard work and dedication, it also symbolizes the ongoing and vital role of alumni in the life of the university. That's why we take great pride in making sure that our alumni stay well connected with each other and with the university through the Office of Alumni Affairs. During spring convocation, each faculty honors its most distinguished undergraduate. 2 more outstanding students in a master's program and doctoral program will also receive this gold medal during the fall convocation. Each medal is engraved with the university's name, shield, the recipient's name, and degree. Turning the page. This morning, another extraordinary student will join those who have been recognized for their exceptional accomplishments. Mr. Chancellor, as a graduate of the Faculty of Engineering of the University of Waterloo in 2000, I'm honored to present to you the 2010 recipient of the Alumni Gold Medal for the Faculty of Engineering, who graduated from William Aberhart High School in Calgary and who graduates today with a Bachelor of Applied Science in Chemical Engineering, Sandeep Koshi.
We now come to the close of our proceedings. Let me say just a few parting words to our graduates. Above the gates of my first college, there is an inscription translated from the Latin which reads, "A part of you remains with me, a part of me remains with you." And that, of course, describes your organic relationship with this precious university. You are now its stewards. And as stewards, we hope that you will watch over it carefully, be constructive and wise critics, help to find those co-op jobs which are the lifeblood of this institution, make a gift back each year, financially within your means, so that it will be a better place for those who come after you, And above all, bear your Waterloo degree with great pride wherever you go. You know, this institution is the triumph of something very special about Canada, a public education system. This is a society that has worked harder than any, I think, at ensuring we have equality of opportunity and excellence too, that those two objectives are mutually complementary and not conflicting. And as such, repay the investment that your fellow citizens have made in you and your wonderful education by voting in every election, municipal, provincial, and federal, and exercising that wisdom for the best choices for the country. The graduates will join their families in the Great Hall of the Student Life Center immediately to our left for an informal reception, and we turn to the Chancellor to close our proceedings today.